Are the Redskins coming back? I think they are. Here's the latest news. I'm not even gonna go there. If you came to this video thinking you're gonna hear my opinion, not a chance. I know better than that, but I just have to. Has to be done. Okay, here's the latest news on the saga that is the Washington Commanders and the Redskins. All I'm gonna do is read the facts and everything that's out there on social media, and I'm gonna educate you on a little bit of the history of Redskins, the Commanders, and then potentially the future of the Redskins. And then maybe at the end of this, I'll give you my vote, but not likely. Change.org. The website that has made incredible changes in the recent past. Juneteenth, they were the ones that had over 1.6 million signatures on their petition to make Juneteenth a national holiday. These are the people that have well over 100,000 votes to change the team back to the Redskins. And I gotta tell you, from what we see on our social media pages, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., it's overwhelming how many people want the Redskins back. The Native American Guardian Association is the one that actually started the petition. So for what it's worth, that probably carries a lot of weight, right? Because they're Native Americans and somebody has to be the voice for the people who are apparently offended by the name in the first place. So I'm super curious about this, and I think a lot of you are too. In a letter from August 7th, the NAGA is requesting to change the name back to the Redskins after the Redskins were changed to the Washington football team and then the Commanders. If you're interested in reading a little bit more about why the Washington football team became the Washington Commanders, read this blog. Our very own Amanda put this together back when it was super current. Go check this out, especially if you're a little bit more of a reader than a listener. This is now mid-August if you're watching this when it first came out, and in a short time, it's gaining some popularity. Let's talk about why this is a problem, meaning the Redskins. Why, you could argue, it's pretty offensive. The term Redskin was used by English conquerors to separate Native Americans from black people and white people. So just the mere fact that this term was used to segregate is kind of a problem. Now, I wonder, that was the original use of the term Redskin, but now I have to think that's not what it means anymore. And the millions of Redskins or Washington fans that were out there, they weren't using it in the same dialect or terminology that it was back when the craziness happened, where they were actually using it as a segregation term. The NAGA, I could see why they want to actually reclaim the name Redskins, but this time do it in a positive way. For example, the Washington Redskins logo in the first place was designed by the chairman of the Blackfeet Nation, Walter Wetzel. So it's really interesting that a Native American actually designed the logo, but then other Native Americans were like, wait a second, we don't like that. The NAGA petition states that the name Redskins carries deep cultural and historical significance. It honors the bravery, resilience, and the warrior spirit associated with Native American culture. It was never intended to be derogatory or offensive, but more of a symbol of respect and admiration. Now, again, that's according to the NAGA. There are a lot of people out there that are confusing the original term of Redskins as straight up racist, which I don't think there's any denying that in fact is true. The rising popularity of the petition advocates against cancel culture. The organization's Educate, Do Not Eradicate campaign claims getting rid of the Redskins name was a denial of US history and the Native American components of the founding of America and the Constitution. So what does that mean? You can say, well, getting rid of it in total means now they're really just being forgotten. Where when they were the Redskins, while some people thought maybe that was offensive, at least they were being recognized. By just eliminating it altogether, you could see how that might not be the best decision either. Before becoming the Washington Redskins, the team started as the Boston Braves in 1932. and they were originally called that because they played on the same field as the Braves. The change to the Redskins was an attempt to win over more fans, and then they eventually moved to Washington, D.C. in 1936. So in 2020, the team had to make a change with all this mounting pressure, so they came up with the name, the Washington Football Team. Right? I mean, come on, something could have been done better than that, but I get it. Could you imagine working on the PR department for, at the time, the Redskins? Oh my God, what a nightmare. So, okay, they came up with the Washington Football Team thinking, how could that possibly offend anyone? But they also knew it was kind of a dud of a name. So then 2 years later, out comes the Washington Commanders. Well, guess what? They lost their trademark appeal because apparently the Commanders, that term is already used as the Commanders Classic, which is an annual college game between the Army and the Air Force. So here we go again. For the third time now, they're going to have to change their name, it looks like. And this, I think, is what's sparking all of this now. Like, what are they gonna do? You know, and this is the question I'm throwing out to you. Redskins, maybe the Washington Natives. I kind of like that. I know that there are people out there who are super stubborn because they know the team, they know the color scheme, and they have nostalgia. Giants fans, Cowboys fans, Eagles, that division, they want to see the Redskins. But what do you want to see? And if you're Native American, tell me what you think. I'm not going to go there. I'm not even going to offer the opinion. It's not wise for me, representing Green Gridiron as a business, to even throw that out there. But I think it's an important thing to talk about. I'll tell you what I don't like. The two options that apparently are being brought to the table by this team, whatever you want to call them. Are you ready for this? One is the Washington Wolf Commanders, and the others, the Washington Space Commanders. I have no idea what that even means. I'm not even gonna go there, but my vote would be, don't do that. Just stop at the whole commander thing in general, but I don't know. We covered a lot. We talked about some history. We talked about the potential future and the PR nightmare that is awaiting the folks at the Washington team that plays American football. I want to hear from you. And if you like this kind of content, let me know. If you think this is the stuff we shouldn't be talking about, you can let me know too, but that's okay. If you made it to the end of this video, we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We have the best fans in YouTube. Please be respectful in the comments. Till next time, cheers.